Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel for Glam-O-Ween. We are coming to an end on September, which means Glam-O-Ween is pretty much over. I wanted to pull out one last look though, so today we're doing some Spiderweb cut creases. Look at my candy corn nails, aren't they cute? Yeah, I know. Anyways, I'm going to start with my brows. I'm doing the Kat Von D Super Brow in Graphite, and I'm going to sketch out the brow first with my Anastasia Brow Wiz in Granite, and then I'll go on top of it with the Graphite Super Brow. The reason I do this is because there is no pencil that is black enough for me, and I like my eyebrows to be black. Then I'm going to clean them up with my Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. Nothing new here. Using my Urban Decay Eden Eyeshadow Primer Potion, I'm going to apply this to my eyelids, blend it out. And for today's look, I'm using my Huda Beauty Emerald Obsessions palette. I'm going to be using this light mint green here and the emerald green that you see on the right there as well. I'm using the mint green first though, just to have a nice transition color. It's not super pigmented on my skin tone, but that's okay. And then I'm going in with the darker emerald green, and I'm going right in the crease with that. We are doing a cut crease, so you don't have to worry about the outer edge of your eye being super dark, because we're going to cut the whole thing anyways. And then I'm taking my Deep Forest Star Crushed Minerals shadow, and I am just putting that right in the crease to deepen it even more, and I am putting it in a wing type of motion to make sure it goes with our nice pretty cut crease today. I'm using the Shape Tape Concealer as well to cut the crease, and I've mentioned this many times before, but if you're new here, make sure you always go above your actual crease when doing a cut crease. That way people can actually see what's on your lid when your eye is open, not just when it's closed or when you're looking down. Then I'm just packing some white matte shadow on top of that. Taking my Hella Fine That's the Point liquid liner from NYX, I am lining the crease there. This is the base for our spider web, basically. So I'm lining that whole area right above where I cut the crease out. And then I'm taking that dark green color from Star Crushed Minerals again, and I am putting that right above it just to deepen it a little bit more, just so it has some definition, you know? And starting with the spider web, so I'm making straight lines coming out of that line we did in the cut crease, and you're gonna make sure they're going, you know, a little diagonal as you keep going out and in. So straight up right in the middle, and then a little bit out towards the end, and a little bit inwards towards the inner part of it. I know I explain things so weird, I'm sorry. And then you're just gonna do little swooping motions. Little lines that are curved a little bit, and you're going to make sure they're connecting to the next line. And then I'm taking the white liquid liner from NYX, and I am just following that right below the black line and just doing a nice little, you know, contrast right below it. And then to finish up the top portion, somewhat not finished with it. I don't know why I said that. I'm just doing a giant cat eye. And then to add a little bit more character to that spider web, I'm just putting some white lines below the black lines. This will just add a little dimension to them, just a little bit more detail. Since this is such a small area, you know, adding a little more detail doesn't hurt. Just brings it to life a little bit more. Now we're all done with one eye. I'm going to go ahead and do the other eye real quick, and ta-da! They are both done. Yes! Now we're going to move on to the face. I am priming my face first. I always start with my Complexion Perfection from Huda, and then I put the Matte Perfection Primer just in the areas I tend to get oily at. So I like to warm it up in my hands, put it all over the Complexion Perfection, put that all over, and then Matte Perfection right on my cheeks and my chin and my forehead. Then I use a cotton pad with some micellar water or like a makeup wipe, and I just clean up the edges of the eye so it's really sharp. And for foundation today, I'm mixing together the NYX Total Control Drops and the Laura Mercier Flawless Fusion Foundation. I've been loving this combination. It's been sitting really, really well on my skin. And before I do my concealer, I'm using my Pat McGrath Labs liner, and I'm putting that right in my waterline and I'm smoking it out. I like to do this before my concealer lately because it helps not make my under eyes look so dry and so creasy and cakey. So I like to do this first. That way I don't take concealer all the way up to my lash line. It's a good little tip. I really like doing it. And then I'm taking my Shape Tape concealer again, and I'm just putting a little bit underneath my eyes, my forehead, my chin, my nose, my Cupid's bow. You know how it goes. And then I am blending it all out. I also like to take this time with the concealer and make sure that the eye makeup is nice and sharp as well. And lately for powder, I've been using two Huda Beauty ones. They're upside down, oopsies. I've been using Sugar Cookie just underneath of my eyes, and then I've been using Pound Cake for my whole face. Sorry, Cupcake for my whole face. And the reason I'm doing that is because Sugar Cookie is so light, it helps brighten, and then Cupcake has a bit of a pink tone to it, so it doesn't make my face look so white because my face is already white, let's just face it. It's pasty. Taking my Moonlight Gleam highlight from Wet n Wild, I'm highlighting the inner corners of my eyes. It has like a greenish gold undertone to it. It's really, really pretty and spooky. And then I'm just making the inner corners of my eyes nice and sharp for my cat eye. And then I'm taking that green shadow from the Huda Beauty palette, and I'm just smoking out the under eye a little bit more just to add that green touch to it. To finish the face, I'm using my Sculpt palette from Sigma, and I'm going to start contouring. And then using my Sigma Pet Name Aura powder, which is a blush, I'm just going to apply that on the apples of my cheeks. For lashes today, I'm using my Double Up lashes from Ardell in number 213, and I'm using my Smashbox Superfan Mascara to apply first because I'm so obsessed with this mascara, guys. I just can't stop using it. I won't stop using it. And then I'm just applying these lashes. I chose these lashes because they're kind of spaced out and long. They're not super thick. They're not hiding my work. You know, they're really cute. I love them. And then I apply a little bit more mascara, and I'm adding some highlight to my cheeks. I'm using that same Wet n Wild highlight, and I'm also highlighting my brow bone as well. I went and straightened my hair, yes! And I'm just applying that same liner to my upper lash line to make sure my lashes are nice and blended in. And for lips today, I'm using my Wet n Wild Liquid Catsuit. This is in the shade Emerald City, and I'm going to line my lips just a little bit. And not gonna lie, the lipstick, I did have to apply about 3 layers of it for it to be pretty opaque. It does not just, it comes out really, really streaky and thin, and it just wasn't as dark and green as I wanted it to be. So I applied 3 layers, which, as you know, liquid lipstick, it made it kind of cakey. So just an FYI, not all the Wet n Wild liquid lipsticks are like that. It was just this color for some reason. It was weird. That's the end of this tutorial, guys. Thank you so much for watching all of my Glam-O-Ween looks. I really, really hope you enjoyed them. We are getting ready to hit October, so it's time to go to Spooky Town. It's time to go to Halloween Town. I'm so excited. Please make sure you're subscribed so you can see all my looks, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys.